Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. And I recently got into Disney pin collecting because my girlfriend does that. Yeah, that's right. I have a girlfriend.
I got so much risk.
And so I've started a collection. I thought it'd be a cool idea if I went through my collection, showed you guys my pins a little bit, showed you guys my favorite pins that I have right now, and then every now and then when I go to Disney or when I'm trading pins and all that kind of stuff, I can do like a quick update video on how my Disney pin collection is looking, what my new top 3 pins are, all that kind of stuff. And also possibly vlog a little bit for when I do go to Disney, collecting new pins and everything like that. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so I don't have a pin board or anything. I have one of these pin packaging thingies that holds all of your pins for you. This was like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll link it in the description for you guys because it's good for holding stuff that's not just pins. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys with the camera like this, and then I'll actually flip the camera around and show you guys on my desk so you guys can see them a little bit better. But this pin holder thing has these little plastic flaps, and then it has your pins and everything, right? So this is my first section of pins. This is just my Disney pins, like Disney themed Disney pins. And then my second one is Star Wars themed because I'm a Star Wars, like I love Star Wars with all of my heart. And those are my Marvel pins so far. And then I also have this plastic bag full of a bunch of pins that I can trade. So on eBay, for those of you that are like wondering, you know, if you wanted to start doing a pin collection, or just, you know, so that you guys know, you can get a lot of like 50 randomized pins for like 25 bucks, and that's really good for trading in Disney World and also with your friends and everything like that. But yeah, let me flip the camera around for you guys so you can see the pins. I would also just like to say that in general, before we get into all my pins and everything that I'm showing you guys, because that is what the thumbnail says, is like, collecting Disney pins worth it? As far as things to collect, I'd say it's honestly surprisingly one of the more fun and also kind of cheap in a way things to collect. It's almost like collecting minifigures, if that makes sense, like Lego minifigures, where there's so many of them that you will never collect every single one, and it's kind of impossible to. So you're less collecting every single item to ever exist and more collecting every single item in a specific genre to exist. So like me, I love Star Wars. I want to collect as many Star Wars pins as I possibly can, but I would like to have a physical, here, let me show you. I don't have one yet, but my end goal is to have almost all, if not all, of the Star Wars pins that are a action pose like this Daredevil is. And that's kind of the I guess that's the main thing that I personally am collecting as far as Disney pins goes. I'm collecting as many Marvel and Star Wars pins as I come across that I actually like, and I'm also going to be collecting any Disney pins that I find that I like, but specifically in the action pose genre of Star Wars characters. That's kind of what I'm wanting. Those are the kinds of pins that I'm specifically looking for. Like lightsabers, right? I'm starting a lightsaber collection. I have one right now. I have 3 on the way. Those lightsabers are extremely expensive to get, and lightsabers are more of a, if you like the thing, you can go ahead and buy it, and then that's the collection, right? And then there are other things like football team jerseys, where true collectors will try to collect every single kind of football team's jersey, and then have them all, right? Or have them all from one specific thing. With Disney pins, because almost everything is owned by Disney nowadays, there's basically, I think I looked it up the other day, there are over 100,000 different pin designs, including limited edition pins, cast member pins, and even event pins. So, point is, there is basically an infinite number of pins, and you can choose whether you want to get Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, whether you want the specific Mickey ears of every single character, or, you know, there's also these trophy or these ribbon ones there's these lollipop collection, there's flag collections, there's all of these different possible collections that you can have. So it's not like you're trying to collect every single Disney pin. You actually get to choose which Disney pins you want to collect, and also it doesn't have to be a specific series. You can just find a pin, like it, and collect it. So I think in that aspect, Disney pins are worth collecting, just because there's like so many different ways you can go about it, you know? And then as far as price goes, buying Disney pins at Disney is pretty cheap. There are 3 different prices for the pins. There's silver, yellow, and pink. Silver is $12.99, yellow is $14.99, and then pink is $16.99. And then there are other pins that are like $22.99 at Disney. As far as things to collect go, that's not extremely expensive for like if you specifically want a specific pin. And then like I said, you can go onto eBay and get a lot of 50 of these things and for $25, and then go into Disney and go to all the Disney boards and just trade to your heart's desire. As any kind of collecting goes, there is a budget smart way to do it and a budget stupid way to do it. But Disney pins, it's very easy to be budget smart with it. And it reminds me a lot of like, because I used to collect minifigures, and that's what it reminds me a lot of, because there's so many different kind of Lego figures out there that when you start a Lego figure like collection, it's way more what genre of Lego set are you collecting the minifigures from versus just collecting every single Lego figure. So I would say if you're interested in collecting Disney pins, or if there's something out there that you are wanting to start collecting and you're watching this video and you're like, this could be fun, I'd go for it. If you're going to Disney often, it's totally a good thing to do. If you're not going to Disney very often, then the valuableness of collecting Disney pins drastically drops, because you're not going to be able to trade at Disney. There's trading websites and everything like that, but your only way to get pins would be buying them. You wouldn't really be able to trade them, and then you can always like resell them on eBay as well. But the level of worth itness, if you're going to Disney consistently, even like 3 times, 4 or 5 times a year, something like that, it's like all the way up here. That's good. But then if you're like once or twice a year, it's down there, but you're still going, so you still get the chance, and then you can still it's something you can really look forward to. If you're going to Disney like once every 2-3 years, something like that, Disney pins probably is not something that you necessarily want to get into, because you're never going to be able to be at Disney. But yeah, those are my thoughts on whether or not Disney pins are worth collecting. So here are all my Disney pins. So oops. Here are some of my pins. This is a Pirates of the Caribbean one. So I'll tell you which ones I bought, and then which ones I traded for, and then which ones came in the lot. This one I bought. This one I bought. This one I bought. All of these I got in Disney. So far, all of these are Magic Kingdom. This one, girlfriend gave me. This one came in the lot. This one I bought at Magic Kingdom. This came in the eBay lot as well. This one I traded for, along with this one I traded for that one. And then this is a Tokyo one. This one came in the lot. This one I traded for as well. This one I bought in Magic Kingdom, and this one I got in the eBay lot. So out of these pins, I'd probably have to say the Stitch, and I really like the Kronk, because Kronk is really funny. But out of these pins, I think the Stitch is my favorite one on this section. And then here's my Star Wars pins. So let me back the camera up a little bit for you guys. This one I traded for. This one I bought in Hollywood Studios, along with this one was also Hollywood Studios. This one I got in Magic Kingdom, and then the rest I traded for. And these 4 I actually got, or these 5 actually. No, sorry, I keep lying. These 4 I got in my lot, and then this one my girlfriend gave me, this one my girlfriend gave me, and this one I actually don't remember. But my favorite one here has to probably be Pew Pew, because you know that's freaking hilarious. But also close second has to be this one, because it actually lights up like a lightsaber. This is my first favorite, right? This is my second favorite, and then my Marvel pins, here we go. these are my Marvel pins so far. This one I got in the lot. This one I traded for. This one I bought. This one my girlfriend gave me. This one my girlfriend gave me. This one I traded for. I bought this one at Magic Kingdom as well. I really like this one. I know it's a super basic Marvel pin, but I really like that pin. It's classic. It looks really cool. So honestly, on my ranking right now for my pins, I'd say this one is my favorite, and then the Stitch one is my second favorite, and then this one is my third favorite, the Marvel logo. And then let me show you guys really quick the pins that I have to trade, so that when I make an update video, we can look back on this and we can actually see which pins I got rid of. So let me just dump these out of my desk really quick. And just sidebar, every seller on eBay is a little bit different, but the one that I got these from put them all in little individual baggies, which I really appreciate. And then this guy's just kind of out, so I'm going to show you guys how a Disney pin works if you don't already know, just in case. So it's like any other pin, right? So it's got the little pointy thing on the back right there, and then you just take this thing and it'll have a little hole in it, and then you're able to just put it through. And then when you want to hook it to something, that's how you would do it, is you would just put it through the thing, poke a hole, and then put the little Mickey ears on the bottom, and then boom, it's pinned to you. And then I'm actually going to take all of these pins out of their plastic wrapping and then just put them all into my bag, the plastic bag I had them all in. Disney has, so this is actually, so I always thought that Disney pin collecting, I never really, I knew it existed, but I just kind of figured it was one of those kind of weird things. But I like collecting things, so now I'm getting into it because I like collecting things. It's just one of those things where, like, I love Star Wars, so now I want a bunch of Star Wars pins, you know? And there's 3 different prices for pins, just the basic pins that you can get at Disney. It's this price, and this price. I don't know off of the top of my head, which is why I said this price, and then I'm gonna edit it in later. But yeah, for newer Disney pin collectors, I really recommend doing the lot thing, because even if you don't own any Disney pins at all, and then you want to start collecting, going onto eBay and buying a lot of like 25 or 50 gives you either 25 or 50 pins, and then out of those pins you will find ones that you want to keep, and then the rest you can just start trading. Because like if you're really wanting a specific pin, you could just go online and buy it, or you could wait and try to see if you can trade for it. Because then if you find the pin, and like the Boba Fett insignia one that I have, that one I almost bought. I ended up trading for that one, and I was very happy about that because I got the pin that I had been wanting, and instead of buying it, I just traded for it, and I felt like I didn't have to spend any money for it, even though technically I spent, I guess it's like 50 cents, because I used one of these kinds of pins that I bought in the lot, and the lot was 25 bucks for 50 pins. And also, if you're watching this and you know how to trade Disney pins, and you know if like a pin that I have is valuable or rare or something, please tell me, because I literally know nothing about this. So I could have like a once in a lifetime pin and then make the mistake of trading it thinking that it does, because it doesn't mean anything to me. But if it means something to the rest of the Disney pin community, then it automatically means something to me. So, you know, that's how that works. But yeah, these are all of the pins that I will be trading. So just a close up for y'all so that you guys can see the Cruella de Vil is crooked. There we go. Hold on. No, Maleficent. It's fine. See, this is the Stitch one I was talking about that I might just want to end up keeping. I think there's a collection of, why is it not focusing on my hand? There we go. I think there might be a collection of Stitch Emotions And that's what this pin is, but I have no idea. I just like Stitch, you know? But yeah, those are all my trading. I think my camera's crooked. Those are all my trading pins, and those are all of the pins that I will probably be, you know, getting rid of by trading. This is a quicker and also much different kind of content than what I usually put on this channel. But because Disney pin collecting is something that I'm getting into, I figured I would put it on the channel anyway. And then just so I can kind of have that, I guess, time capsule while I'm collecting, while my collection grows. So I can see where my collection started, and then where it ends up, you know, the pins that I get. Because it will probably slow down, because with any collection, when you first start collecting, it explodes a little bit. And then eventually you get a little bit pickier with the more pins, like the more things that you have, the pickier you get about your collection, you know? So yeah, those, again, the Stitch pin, the lightsaber pin, and the Marvel logo pin are my favorite pins at the moment when I'm filming this video, which is May 12th. I'm filming this on a Monday. I'm going to Disney again on a Thursday, this Thursday. So I'm probably going to get some more pins then. By trading specifically, I'm not going to be buying any more pins unless it's like a pin that I absolutely cannot live without. Yeah, that's this video. So thank you for choosing to watch this video. Please like and subscribe if you aren't already, and go ahead and hit that notification bell if you're so kind, so you know when I am super cool and I post a video. Have an amazing rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching this. I love every single one of you guys individually and as a team. Peace out.